Well, hello again everybody. This is an unusual two-wheeled sort of event for me to cover, but I do occasionally ride bicycles, and I was out on that one yesterday. I set off out on it to go and post a couple of letters that I needed to take up the road to the post box, and I thought, you know what I'll do, I'll have a nice bracing ride on the bike and help shift some of that excess weight after Christmas. So got my trusty bike that I haven't ridden for a couple of weeks now, and set off holding letters in my left hand on the sort of handlebar grip, and I pedalled off around the corner there, you know the way I go on the motorbikes, and over the railway line. And I always leave this in its first gear on the back wheel, so it's obviously easy to set off, and when I get moving it's got like a little sort of twist grip gear change. Actually it's on this hand, and as you back it off and slacken the cable, it's spring loaded and it changes up. And I got over the railway line and I found myself pedalling quite fast, right change up, and click 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 click, moved the grip, but nothing happened at the rear wheel, as has happened before on occasion. And usually what I can do, I'll get the bike over, usually what I can do, here's the twist grip gear change, hopefully we're seeing that, and that connects to the rear wheel, to the derailleur on the rear wheel via this cable here. Now when I've had the problem in the past occasionally, when it's got a bit sticky when you back off and nothing moves on the back wheel, I've been able to grab the cable here and just sort of like twang it like a guitar string and let go, and da-dunk-dunk-dunk, it changes up and then off we go, no problem. So I did that just after getting over the railway line, grabbed it here, twanged it, but for some reason, somehow, it managed to break loose here, up at the frame where the sheath part of the cable goes into the ferrule on the frame. That came away, creating a big slack loop of cable, which as I pedalled around, the pedal caught the wire and pulled on it suddenly and very hard, and obviously brought up tension here and yanked the handlebars round like that, and I went over them and landed in the road, and landed on my forearm there, just below my elbow, and on my left knee. They're not too bad, I got a bit of a bruise and whatever, but I just thought I'd share that because it's rather ironic that we're just into literally the very start of 2025 and I've had an accident on a two-wheeler, and the irony is it hasn't even got an engine. But just in case anybody was tempted to do similar to what I've been doing on the odd occasion when the gear change has got a bit sticky, it doesn't always work, as I found out the other day. It's working now. I'm twanging the cable and the derailleur is moving, but I'm going to apply some lubricant obviously to the derailleur and the cable and make sure it's working properly, because I had one hell of a surprise. I was just pedalling along, minding my own business, expecting to change up into a higher gear, and instead of that I did a face plant into the road, and in the process crumpled up the two items I wanted to post. So I suspect it's quite possible that maybe one of the two recipients of my mail might watch my videos. So if you do, and the latest mail I've sent you appears to be rather sort of crumpled and dishevelled and even a bit grubby, because obviously I had to get my hands into the mechanism and get the cable out. Anyway, there's two recipients of my mail are going to get rather crumpled envelopes with grubby black marks on, and that's all thanks to this. So now you know, everybody. But I just thought I'd mention it because it's one of those sort of don't do this at home sort of things, and like I say, I'm not going to be twanging that cable anymore. I will, however, be putting the problem right and carrying on riding that, because I do really need to shed a few pounds, but I don't want to be doing it by losing an arm or a leg. So hopefully we get over that one, and like I say, just a bit ironic really for me that it's a two-wheeler that doesn't even have an engine, and I'm hoping that that's not the start of a pattern, and perhaps that sort of counts in my quota of accidents for this coming year, and perhaps it'll buy me a little bit of time before I have my next one, which will hopefully be never, but of course you just never can tell. So there it is, folks. Don't twang that cable, you might end up going over the bars.